who's listening. We want to follow up with you. My name is Coach Greg Hoyd. I'm actually just going to introduce our presenter tonight. He knows 100% of facts about the system. John, if you need me to run the slideshow, I can run my slideshow too. If you got some issues there, we'll go ahead and get you going there. But again, folks, again, a lot of fun to be around. He and I just came back from Vietnam. We were eating tomahawk steak at the result at the Intercontinental in Vietnam on a beach and walking. It was amazing, but he's a lot of fun to be around, folks. For some that know him, you know he's a big jolly old kid, but he's a great friend too. Everyone, Mr. John Hilliard.
All right. Welcome everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Good to see you. Good to see everyone here. Glad if you're here on Zoom, watching us on YouTube or Facebook. I definitely want to welcome you to tonight's Zoom. Gonna get everything kicked off here. I'm going to try to run it, Coach. Let me see here. We got, and those of y'all that I set up to watch the door, definitely I really appreciate your help on that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead.
You're breaking up really bad, John. You're breaking up really bad.
Okay, well you got it.
Yep. All right.
All right. Well, you got the
Yep. All right.
You got the slideshow?
I do.
All right,
go ahead and
great.
You tell your story there.
Okay. I've been driving trucks for a long time, y'all. 20 years. 20 years too long, if you ask me. I was always that, happy-go-lucky guy like Coach had described. I guess that's what people would say. Hey, there's John, big teddy bear, Mr. Entertainer coming along. And, everybody was just happy to see me around. I always had a big smile on my face, too. But deep down inside, I was struggling, struggling with all kinds of, pain, leaky gut, all kinds of stuff. And you know what? I just, tried to deal with it. I've done diet after diet, tried different products from the store, but, life had to go on. And one thing that I noticed as I was, continuing those many miles down the road, even though being a truck driver is a very, very good job, I never really had a lot of time to spend with my friends and family. You ask any truck driver, if those wheels are not rolling, you're not making any money. But in spite of all that, at the end of every month, I still seem to have a lot more month than money in many cases. A lot of times it was like that. Okay. But most importantly, my health and my weight have become a major concern in my life. That brings up a question. Everyone here is not a truck driver, but I'd like to ask everybody, would you agree that if you had all the time and all the money in the world, it would be pretty difficult to enjoy without great health, right? Would you all agree with that? Raise your hand if you agree with that statement, right? It would. It'd be pretty difficult to enjoy. Well, I'll tell you this much. One of the reasons behind all these health problems is our modern day food environment, okay? But before we get into that, I'm going to share with everybody a few disturbing facts. I'm going to ask one of my partners, Mr. Robert Lane, to elaborate on that, if you could, please. Mr. Lane.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? Let me get my notes here. Few disturbing facts is 90% of adult Americans are metabolically unhealthy. High blood pressure, high cholesterol levels at a high time. Over 100 million adults in the United States currently deal with prediabetes or diabetic. Heart disease is the #1 killer in the world. Child obesity is at a disturbing rate. Hi. Would you agree we have a problem?
Yeah, raise your hand if you agree with that statement. We do definitely have a problem considering everything that Mr. Lane just described, right? Well, as I started to say earlier, one of the reasons behind all these problems is our modern day food environment, okay? From the moment we wake up and head to the kitchen, we are just bombarded by all of these names that we come to grow and love, the Heinz, the Nestle, the Kellogg's, ready to feed us those 5 major food groups. We all know what those 5 major food groups are. That's the high fructose corn syrup, the high low fiber, high carbohydrates, modified stuff, all that stuff. And it's very, very addictive, right? Very, very addictive. Okay, those aren't the real 5 major food groups. But these names, I mean, even when we walk out of the door, we see these names on each and every street corner, don't we? Especially down south. I know down in Houston, you know, I live right down the street from a Popeyes. There's a KFC not too far from that, and a McDonald's. Hey, it's ready to cater to everybody. But it's not. But we know the processed stuff is bad for us. We know that. Even when it comes to the processed stuff, the agriculture. Think about the last time you went to the grocery store and saw a bushel of apples or a big old bin of onions or, you know, grapes. Where's the seeds in the grapes? Where's the seeds in the watermelons? Why are the apples so huge? Every October for the past 2 years, I've been asking myself, why do all the pumpkins got skin tags nowadays? When did that start happening? I don't know what I'm talking about. What are they doing? And you know what? I got a story. I'm a truck driver. I go to places where I drive up and there's dust flying everywhere. And I see these trailers, open top trailers with produce sitting inside, just exposed to the elements. I'm talking about your onions, your melons, everything. And my first thought is, okay, well, they're just waiting for the driver to come and haul this stuff away. But when I get to the dock and I'm making small talk with the dock manager, I ask about it. He says, no, that stuff can sit out there for an entire year before it's shipped. I'm like, what? And think about it. We get it from the store and it has a shelf life of what? Maybe a week? So how are they able to preserve it for so long off the vine? They inject it. It's coated with Lord knows what. I mean, they do all kinds of stuff to it to make it last long. And then we get it and we ingest it. And it ends up in our bodies, causing all sorts of havoc. Okay? So our modern day food environment has come to cause what we've known as metabolic syndrome, otherwise known as insulin resistance. Okay? That's when your cells don't recognize the food. They don't recognize it. Or they might get full from having eaten 6 small meals a day. That's what they're suggesting to us nowadays, aren't they? 6 small meals a day and you'll be healthy. Really? We're caught up in a vicious cycle, y'all. This insulin resistance starts showing a lot of symptoms that many doctors do not talk to us about. So I'm gonna go through these symptoms. And then as I do, ask yourself the question, are you or somebody that you know dealing with any of these signs? The bumps running up and down the back of your neck. Anybody got any of those? You know, they're not the sexiest thing in the world. They're basically harmless, but it is a sign of insulin resistance. Constant cravings for salt and sugar. Constant hunger. Just can't stay out of the refrigerator. Inability to lose weight. You tried all the diets, all the carb blockers, the fat blockers, this blocker, that blocker. Nothing seems to work. I used to wake up on the truck constantly with headaches. Had no idea why. Maybe it was my blood pressure. Maybe it was my cholesterol level. I don't know. Those are typically known as silent killers. But it might have been one of those, maybe not. But one thing I do know is that too is a sign of insulin resistance. How many of y'all suffered from the itis? Yeah, we all know what the itis is, especially down south, right? That's that sudden urge to want to go to sleep after a big meal. Yeah, that's the itis. That too is a sign of insulin resistance. You know, we used to walk that stuff off. Now we sleep that stuff off. That ain't normal, y'all. Now touch the top part of your stomach. If it's hard, that ain't no 6-pack. That's visceral fat. It's caked around your organs and it's pretty dangerous. The organs are supposed to move, able to expand, contract as blood, fluids, and food move through them. But if it can't operate the way that they're designed to, then that's not a good thing. All of that is a sign of insulin resistance. So I ask the question again, are you or somebody that you know, let me see a show of hands. And if you're on Facebook or YouTube, let me know in the comments, are you or somebody that you know dealing with any of these signs? Well, check this out. The answer could be very, very simple. You get rid of insulin resistance, you can get rid of most health problems. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Let's pivot a little bit and talk about the company. I'm going to ask one of my other partners, Ms. Rashida Ali, if she is available to come up and talk about the company, if she would, please. Ms. Ali, are you available?
I am.
There she is.
I am. I wasn't. Hello, everybody. I'm going to do my best tonight. The name of our company is Unicity International. The new facility is, of course, is in Las Vegas, Nevada. Formerly known as Rexall Drugs, Unicity was founded in 2001 when Rexall merged with Enrich International. In 2006, top Unicity distributor Mr. Stuart Hughes, who has over 3 decades of experience, became the CEO and owner of the company. Now, under his leadership, Unicity has become totally debt-free and is also recognized as one of the top 500 privately held companies in the United States. We're currently doing business in over 60 countries and support over 20 languages worldwide. Unicity's sole mission is to make life better. Unicity holds a very strong position in the wellness industry, which is on track to becoming a $1 trillion industry over the next 8 to 10 years, and is predicted to create 10 million new millionaires. Now, would you guys agree that a small piece of that $1 trillion pie could have you set for life? Let's show our hands. I know I could use it. I might not feel so bad today. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Johannes. Just breaking off a million or two. Who's going to miss it, right? Hey, I know I would love so. All right, let's get back to the subject here. Okay. All right. Now we're going to talk about the products, y'all. This is our flagship product, Feel Great System, which consists of Unimate Tea and Unicity Balance. When combined with time-based eating, like I said earlier, has been completely proven to design insulin to get rid of insulin resistance. And we're going to go ahead and talk about this right now. I'm going to ask one of my other partners, Miss Marie Ramirez, to talk about the Unimate.
Hey, John, thank you. Yes, Unimate is a purified yerba mate extract to maximize your fast. You shake it in a bottle with 16 ounces of water. And what it's going to help you do, it helps you feel great all day. It helps boost your mood and physical performance. And I love that because I'm at the gym and I am like just getting all my strength from there. And I'm not hungry. It also boosts your mental clarity and helps with brain fog and supports your mental health. It also suppresses your hunger and cravings. And it also gives you 10 times more the feel great elements found in typical cup of coffee without the crash or jitters. And I love that. I mean, sometimes I do want to go to my coffee, but I know I was like, I stick with my Unimate. And it also can be enjoyed hot or cold any time of the day. I love it, cold or hot. I start my mornings with a hot cup, and then I switch to a cold glass of Unimate all day. Thank you, John.
All right, thank you. One thing about the Unimate, we're going to do a 5-step process, y'all. Okay, and this is a patented leaves. Not every yerba mate plant that grows on our farm gets to be, part of Unimate. We handpick the leaves, then we fire roast it. Okay, then we extract all the best components, just the good stuff, all the good stuff. All that is concentrated and then purified. It makes a very, very clean, natural extract, 375 times more potent than any regular yerba mate you find in the store, and it also has a lot more chlorogenic acid than your typical cup of coffee. And one thing we should also mention is that yerba mate is known for stimulating the body's natural GLP-1. Everyone's racing out for GLP-1 nowadays, but that's a synthetic GLP-1. Get the real stuff. We make it ourselves in our body. It's certain foods stimulate it. Unimate is one of those foods. All right, now we're going to talk about the balance. The balance, otherwise known as Batman, I believe that's correct. This is a pre-meal drink. When it's mixed with water and taken before you eat, provides critical fiber and support. It slows the digestion of carbs, and it also promotes healthy blood glucose, insulin, cholesterol, and triglyceride levels. It also has a 7X technology plus the fiber matrix. So this consists of 8 different strands of fiber. One of those is beta-glucan, which also stimulates GLP-1. I mean, we just got GLP-1 all day flowing through our bodies, right? Natural GLP-1. And that also causes you to feel full longer. Supplement facts, all kinds of vitamins and minerals. It gives us our daily vitamins and minerals. It helps to balance out our gut health and helps to get rid of any unwanted body fat. Now, both the Unimate and the balance are documented in the medical PDR, right? It's the physician's desk reference. We have our own in-house dedicated scientists and specialists at Unicity. We have third-party certifications. These agencies that you see on the screen are sports agencies. I mean, sports athletes are not going to put just anything in their bodies. All right? It's clinical studies by leading hospitals and universities. BYU, UNLV, University of Connecticut, Columbia University, Sydney University, which is the home of the glycemic index, and the Cleveland Clinic. When in 2002, they studied this product and concluded that such a product, if taken regularly, can lower cardiovascular risk on a population basis and potentially decrease the need and or dose of lipid-lowering prescription drugs. And as I said earlier, these products are patented and the ingredients are sourced directly from the farmers. These products taste great and they're safe for children as well as lactating mothers. And it also ends up saving you a lot of money. I love these comments that roll in from some of our customers. I mean, look at these. Savings on groceries, $200, $500 a month saves. Savings off medications, antidepressants, gone. High blood pressure medicines, gone. Reduction of insulin injections, all that as a result of just making this one small change in your daily habits. Even accountants are jumping on here and making comments about how they're noticing the savings in money, right? These products are safe. They're safe for children as well as lactating mothers. And the field grade system is unique, it's unmistakable, and simply impossible to duplicate. Now raise your hand if all that makes sense. All right, here on screen we have some testimonies, and we're going to open the floor up pretty soon for testimonies. These are this is me from over the years.
I have one. Good evening, y'all. Yes, my mother, her kidney count is like almost 40 now. And you know, when she first started, it was like 14 or 15, and she was on her way to dialysis. But since she's been taking the field grade system, her kidney count is all the way up to 35, or I think it's 35, and she still take her shots, injections, but she's doing a whole lot better, and she weigh 151 pounds, and she's doing good. She's 96 years old,
Wow.
and she's doing excellent. And myself, I'm doing excellent myself.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Yes.
Great.
Thank you, Ray.
You are.
All right. I want to take some time off.
Hey y'all, this is day 90 for me. On this system I've been on has allowed me to lose 34 pounds so far. But the really reason that I've been on this system, or the reason why I started this system, was my blood pressure. It was kind of high 2 weeks in a row, and my doctor didn't ask no questions. He didn't want to hear nothing. He immediately increased my medication. And I didn't like that, so I had to find an alternative. And the alternative I found is an all-natural product. It's two products actually that work together in a system, and they work wonderful. And I've been having great success on it.
Great.
All right. I want to take time to welcome a lot of our guests and ask them if they have any questions. I see She Truckin' is in the house. Miss Sheree Moore. This lady, she's an influencer from YouTube, TikTok. See her on Facebook. I've had a chance to meet her in Dallas, Texas. And she has some of the field grade system with her. So I just want to welcome her. If you have any questions, feel free to turn on your mic if you like. If you can't, that's fine. But if you have any questions, now's the time. And that's for anybody else. Miss Bay, any other
Welcome.
guests that we may have.
John, I just wanted to say, I don't know if Donna is in, if Mona is in, and if she's listening, I just wanted to say welcome. And if you have any questions, let me know.
All right. One thing I also want to say, if anything that we say tonight has definitely piqued your interest enough to the point where you're ready to start the system, please get back with the person that invited you. They're going to give you their referral link, and you can order the system through them, and we can get you started on it right away. We do these calls just about every night. Do you have that slide ready, Coach? Not, I have it.
There we go. Sorry about that. I took it down. Sorry about that.
All right, okay.
But I'll bring it back up here. But I do want to say one of the questions we get all the time, maybe one of the teammates can answer that, is that is there a side effect of the field grade system? If someone wants to take that, is there a side effect?
Yes.
Can you help us out and explain that?
I just got my blood work and no thyroid issues anymore. No fatty liver. Insulin levels, they're good. That's all I can say. And I'm so happy because I went to the doctor yesterday and I got these blood works done. I was really nervous, but I knew that I was going to be okay, and I was.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Here's another question. What if I don't need to take the system? Can someone take that? I don't have diabetes. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have anything like that, but can I take the system?
I'll take that one.
Yep.
93% of the population is metabolically unhealthy. And that means that a lot of people walking around and have no idea that they need it. You can be insulin resistant for 10 to 20 years before you
Froze, John.
definitely take it. Try it for 3 months. If you do not see any positive results, even in your blood work, you'll get all your money back.
Okay. All right. So here's a good question here. Maybe someone else can take this question. Thank you so much. I'm seeing everybody on TikTok like run around, and people on social media. Is this a hoax? Is this like some kind of like sea moss was really big. People were selling sea moss. Is this a scam? Is this a hoax? Is this a pyramid? Is this real?
I'll take that, Coach.
Go ahead, Ms. Rashida.
This is really real. I mean, really, really real. The company has been around for a long time. We have a product. I can go as far as to say with some MLMs or network marketing companies, we don't see a product. We just hear about a way to make money. But this business here has a company, a complex, or 2 or 3 or 60 countries around the world. We are really real, and the product works. That's why you have all the people that you see on our Zooms. If you look back tomorrow at this Zoom, you're going to hear something that you did not hear last week. We're on Facebook. We are on social media because by word of mouth, we are able to tell you about this. I had a person that said, well, I don't see any ads about this on television or hear it on radio. Well, my answer to that is the company would rather pay people. Why not pay us to tell others about how they can get healthy naturally? So, Coach, to answer your question, we are really, 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 really real. Thank you.
All righty. Okay, well, great. Well, I have something, and maybe I can have Miss Yolanda and Mr. Eddie answer this question here. I've seen people buy a Louis Vuitton bag for about $1,600, and then I see someone that talk about coming into the business, and the business is $1,500. I see people talk about healthy food has cost too much money. I see people talk about they can't learn about investments, but they have Netflix and they have Amazon. They watch it for hours and hours. Is this an opportunity, or do people just have lack of priority?
Lack of priority.
Say they got a lack of priority. Keep in mind, when you ask someone how much their health is worth, they will say it's priceless. However, they will not invest in their protection of their health. And it's really sad. But keep in mind, this is a business to help people, and people will always put up a facade, and they will always say, hey, my money and my time should be placed somewhere else. But we all know that 93% of Americans are metabolically unhealthy. So we're out here doing what we need to do to make sure that everyone understands that we're here to stay.
Okay, last question. Thank you so much. Last question, and last question. John, I just need to take, I only want to take the T. Do I need to take the balance, or do I need to take both products?
Both products, of course. It's Batman and Robin. If you don't take both products, it's not going to work. So you can't have one without the other.
Awesome. All righty. Awesome. Okay. Well, John, I'm going to put this slide up here, and what we've done is we've shrunk the time for people to learn about the system. How are we helping people get the product for free? Dennis, can you share everybody? How do we help people get the product for free?
Thank you, Coach. Thank you. The way to get the product for free, either you can become a member or a customer, and by doing so, you get a link, a personal link that you can refer others as you use the product. You also see the results. People ask you what you're doing. You give them your link. The company will give you a $10 credit, a $10 credit. So if it's one person to 5 person to 10 people, when you continue with that process, you could actually get the product for free. So by a personalized link through a referral program, get a $10 credit every time you are giving it out to others who needs the product as well. Thank you, Coach.
All righty. Hey, Maria, I don't know how to sell. I don't want to sell the product. What should I do? Should I just bring people to these calls?
Yeah, you don't have to sell anything. We're not selling anything. We're just giving our testimonial, and you just plug them into the call. And just what you saw today, they get the information, and that's basically it.
All righty. Okay, John, go ahead and talk about this slide here.
All right, this is our weekly Zoom schedule, y'all. We talk about the product just about every night of the week. We're trying to make it convenient. You know, sometimes they're better for others. We have a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Feel free to screenshot this, tell your friends, order the system, and bring them back to one of these Zoom calls. It's like Mr. Ramirez just said, we're not doing any selling. We're sorting, we're giving information. And if you bring any of your guests, your family, friends back to these Zoom calls and they order the system using your referral code, as Mr. Williams stated, you're going to get product credit, and which means that you're going to lower the price of your system and potentially get for free.
All righty. All right, Ms. Captain White, I've heard some glaring information. Is this true that you cut your retirement off by 2 years just by becoming a distributor and working your business?
It's true. I'm retiring in less than 6 months. Well, just about 6 months. January 2020.
Wow. Hey, get down, Captain.
I'm excited. Yes. It's no hype. Yeah, it's true.
Do you have any plans coming up? Are you traveling next month? Where are you going?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm traveling with Unicity. I'm going to be down in Florida at the Rise. And yeah, looking forward to meeting some new people and seeing some other people that I met already and just reintroducing, and just it's going to be exciting. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Awesome.
All
righty. Well, that concludes my questioning. Does anyone in the audience have any questions, comments, anything like that? All right, if no one has any questions, here's a big question, and maybe someone can take this. Is this a hoax? Is this an MLM? Maybe I might already ask that question, but I want to just make sure, because a lot of people are saying like, okay, this is a pyramid scheme.
Well, you did ask, Coach, and I'll say again, the company has been around for more than 30 years. Unfortunately, it was not in America for those 30 years, but it had been around. And now it's around 60 countries around the world. We have a product that is tried and proven to work on metabolic illnesses. And that's why you see the people on the call. We didn't know the people. We got to meet each other on Zoom. And then fortunately, we were able to be together in Vegas, and looking forward to Florida. We are going to see more people, and we're going to hear about more people that have used the product and have actually regulated. They've regulated whatever they were dealing with. They're lowered their blood pressure numbers. They're reversing their diabetes because the A1C numbers are going low. So it's not a hoax. It is real. Didn't I say really, 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 really real?
I like that. I like that. I like that really, really, really real, because I think people are seeing it more and more and asking themselves, is this got to be something up with this? All right, folks. So we just kind of I'm gonna give myself a shameless plug though. But this weekend we're having John and I, we're going to be in Las Vegas having a mega meetup this upcoming Sunday. It's going to be at 6 p.m. This is going to be a VIP private event. We want you to register though. If you want to come out, if you have any friends and family, let us know. We're going to have an amazing time celebrating education, celebrating our growth as a team, and then also working on and partnering with how we're going to grow in different markets. Okay, people are going to be coming from all over to look at the business, so we want to definitely take advantage of that. So if you got any friends and family, take a screenshot of this, and then looking forward to seeing you guys in Las Vegas. Okay, thanks a lot.
Right. We have some other events coming up. You want to show the slides for those as well?
Not ready for those, but I mean, if you have them, you can put it up, but I don't have it. I just wanted to kind of focus on the first meeting. Let's get everybody to Vegas, and then we'll work on the virtual meeting and go from there.
Sounds good. Just stay tuned, everybody.
Yep, stay tuned. Hey, team, if you guys can help us in the chat promote that the weekend meeting, I really appreciate it. Thank you much.
All right. We do have other calls coming up, as we mentioned earlier. We do have to do these calls every night of the week, and later on tonight, at the top of the hour, as a matter of fact, we have our own nurse, Lavanya Crawford, who's going to be starting it all off again. So, Crawford, you want to go ahead and give us a preview of what to expect?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Come back at 7 p.m. Invite some family, some friends, where you can hear more information about the amazing Feel Great system, how we are changing lives. Claiming your health back is simple and easy. So invite some friends, some family members, co-workers that needs to know and hear about the amazing Feel Great system, because still not a lot of people know about it. So we'll see you at 7.
All right. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and just thank everyone for coming on now. I really appreciate my guests for showing up. Ms. B, She Trucking, thanks for coming. And for everyone on YouTube and Facebook, again, get back with the person that invited you. If I invited you, you can go to goandfeelgreat.com, or you can give me a call. We'll get you hooked up. And yeah, let's all go and feel great. Looking forward to seeing you this next week, Coach, and everyone else who might be there, and as well as in Florida. Definitely going to be there. All right. Is there anything else?
Nope.
That's about it. All right. Well, again, want to thank everybody for coming. Until the next time, y'all go and feel great.
Thank you.
Bye.